Hey guys, so today I just wanted to do a little get ready video. I'm on spring break, I don't have work or school today, so I'm just going to do some shopping later. I just got out of the shower and I was just going to do my makeup. So I think I'm going to try to kind of do it in the style that I have been doing lately and I'm loving, because I go to work actually really early in the morning. So I usually do like minimal, quick, easy, so I think I'm just going to do that so I can just get to the other stuff I want to do today. So first I'm just going to start off with a tiny bit of primer, because my skin has been feeling really dry and we've had warm weather recently. Now it's cold again today, so just going to put a little bit of that. This is the Too Faced Primed and Poreless. So I'm going to use this right here where I have really deep pores, but also run a little bit under the eye area because I tend to get kind of dry there too, especially after the shower. Next I'm going to go to the eyes, and I'm going to use my eye primer by NYX. Just closer. And just run that everywhere. I even run extra through the brow because that'll just hold my brow products. And then next I'm going to go over that with my Essence I Love Stage eyeshadow primer, and this one is more of a concealer type, and I do actually use a little bit of this under the eye when I do my concealer, because since it is a little bit more orangey toned, it cancels out my purplish circles very nicely. So I like to go over that with my little concealer brush, which I am loving, and it was so cheap. It's like $2. This is by Coastal Scents, and it's the BRC S42. They have different names online, but that's what's on the pencil. I think it's like the pointed concealer brush. It's really nice. I'm really loving their brushes. I didn't think I would. So that just cancels out my discoloration. Then I'm just going to go over that, let's see, with a powder. I'm going to use my brand new Tarte The Magnificent Amazonian Colored Clay Matte Collector's Palette. So these are all matte shades. Comes with a nice little brush. Oh, got foundation on it. All matte. The blush is really, really gorgeous for a very natural flush. And then these two down here are excellent for using just along the lash line, which I've been loving. I did my mom's makeup when she was going out the other day, and it looked amazing. So I've been loving this palette. At first I was a little bit worried because it's a really nice palette and it's a really great price. I think it was $36, and this would be great for travel. But I was just a little bit worried. I wish there would have been a little bit more of a medium brown, where these, all 5 of these are very, very light. So I feel like they could have replaced one of these with like a more medium tone brown, other than just going straight to the dark purple or straight to the dark brown or dark black. But I do really, really love this palette, and I've been using it a lot. So I'm running this, just this pale yellow under the brow, over the lid, just to kind of help set all that, because this is just similar to my skin tone. Next I'm just going to take a large fluffy brush. Oop, that's not going to help. That's not going to help there. It's just like a really big brush. And I'm just going to take one of those, it really doesn't matter, all 3 of those light shades, because they're all about the same tone, and they pretty much show up all the same on me because I'm so fair. So I'm just going to gently deepen the crease with that. Change the song. Then I'm going to go in with this palette that I've been reaching for lately. It's really, really pretty. Hopefully the camera's doing it justice. And I got it on sale for like $5. This is the Casual Physicians Formula shadow palette. And I'm just going to take the same eyeshadow brush and I'm going to go in with that top shimmery shade and just run that over the center of the lid. And then I'm going to take a bit of a smaller blending brush. And I'm just going to take one of these bronzes and just put a little bit of that in the crease, because I really don't mind having shimmery shadows in the crease, because they kind of give their own effect. I'm just being really sloppy with this. This is just my fast routine. And then what I'm going to do is under eye. Actually, first I'm going to take a bit of foundation. Sometimes I do foundation, sometimes I don't. But today I'm kind of feeling I need a little bit. I'm going to remove my chapstick I put on earlier. And I'm just going to put it in the center of my face and then blend outwards to get the most natural effect. And it's quicker to just do a little bit. Just going to pin back my hair. And I'm going to run a little bit of this under my eyes too, just to help conceal, and then I won't have to use so much concealer later. And I'm just concentrating this in the center and blending out. And it's going to give you a very natural look. Because your own skin will shine through, and then you won't have trouble. This is a good trick also if your foundation is a little bit off to your skin tone. Just put it in the center and then blend out, and it will blend into your skin. And then always, since usually this part, you know, your neck and your face matches, actually mine naturally really doesn't because I use so much SPF on my face, but that will help you to match a foundation that is a little bit off by blending it very lightly and leaving this part, you know, not too heavily covered, because it will match naturally. And then my trick is I like to go over, even if I know I've blended it in pretty well, I like to take a bigger stippling brush and just kind of like go over everything. So then you know everything is nicely blended in. And then my other trick is, instead of spraying a setting spray onto your face, I spray it onto this brush. And then I use that to bring some of the dewiness back to my face, since I am using a matte foundation. So, and then that makes sure everything's really nicely blended in. So now I'm going to go back to this eye primer, since it's a little bit orangey toned, and then I'm also going to use, what I've been loving is my Maybelline, it's a really nice creamy concealer. Use that just right under the eyes. I don't really do any kind of crazy highlighting, I just want to brighten up a little bit under those purple areas. So now I'm going to go back to this little tapered brush and first just go over and pat, because I like to kind of let it sit to warm up a little bit, and also to start getting a little bit thicker and drying, so that I'm not just swiping the product away, it's just kind of sitting there and being able to set a little bit and get a little bit more thick and dry, so that I'm not just swiping it all over, it's staying put. And then don't forget this little intersection. And then I like to even connect it up to my brow if you need a little highlighting. and then I'm just patting. I'm not moving the product anywhere. And then once it's set up a little bit and it's pretty much in place, I'll go over it with my foundation brush, which is a stippling brush, and just kind of make sure it's all blended in so your concealer isn't just concealer and then different foundation color. Even though mine match pretty well, the consistency of the products will blend together if one's very high coverage and one is very sheer coverage. So that is that. Then I'm going to take just a fluffy brush and take these, I know this is kind of weird, but I use 2 eyeshadows to set my concealer. That's these two right here. I just blend them together. And the reason I do this is because I was kind of disappointed with these eyeshadows. I was hoping they would be a lot more pigmented, but these are more, you know, like a translucent powder in a way. So, and if I need a little bit of like pink correction, I use this one. If I need a little yellow correction, I'll use this one. So, even though they really don't do much, but they are nice for setting because they are so finely milled. It's not going to look cakey like some face powders will. So, and I do also like to use this Venus as a highlight powder. So I'll just take some of that on the same brush and just run that right on the tops of the cheeks. Cupid's bow. Wherever you'd like to highlight. It's a very subtle highlight, but it's really nice. It's more of like a white highlight. So that's that. Next I'm going to go to the lower lash line, and for quickness I like to just take one of these color tattoos because they do not smudge, and just a small little brush, and I just run that along the lower lash line. Because it's quick, and I find that sometimes running powders under my lash line, they tend to like fly up into my eye, and then it feels like there's gunk in my eye. So I like using a cream product. And these don't go anywhere anyways. Not that I ever have a problem with that, but they're basically waterproof, so it's just like a light little, you know, touch of bronze to balance out the upper lashes. You can even just run a pencil down there and smudge it out, whatever you choose. And then next I'm going to go back to the face because I like to go back and forth and use my NYX matte bronzer in medium. And I've really been liking this color. If you use a light hand with it, it's really, really natural looking. It's more of that sun-kissed reddish toned bronzer. So I've really been liking it for winter. Even though it is a little bit deep, but once you blend it out, you're golden. Grr. You're grr. Talking isn't easy today. Then I'm just going to take my NYX blush in Dusty Rose. It's just a nice pink color, and I just kind of like layer that on top of my bronzer, or above. And then literally just mascara and a lip gloss, or usually I do like a balm stain, or sometimes I just do a balm because it gets really dry at work, and then I usually don't have access to my bag until my break. So I like to use something that's really moisturizing. So for my mascara, I'm using Too Faced Better Than Sex. Just because it's really quick and easy, and it gives really good volume without having to put a ton of coats. And also usually in the morning I do a little oopsie. What I do is I just leave it, and then as I'm getting out of the car I just look in the mirror really quick and just gently kind of rub it off. It's easier to clean off if you just let it dry rather than to smear it around when it's wet. So that's kind of a good tip if you're going fast in the morning. and you don't want to be sitting here redoing your makeup over and over. So I literally just wait a couple minutes, let that dry, and then kind of scratch it off. So I think brows. I usually use my e.l.f. brow kit, but in the morning when I'm in a hurry, I just like to use this Fabubrow eyebrow pencil by Jordana, and I just kind of fill them in. It also kind of warms up my face because it is a little bit warmer than my actual hair color. And that's about it. Today I will use a lipstick just to kind of complete the look. This is Max Angel. And that is about it. I'll throw on a perfume, throw on my shoes, and I'm out the door. Grab something to eat, and I'm off to work or school, whatever it may be. So just kind of a really natural look. I defined the crease a little bit, gave a little shimmer, just a little bit of warmth to the face and correction, and you can still see my face kind of shows through. So, you know, if it's a long day, if it's an 8-hour day or whatnot, you know, and my foundation tends to fade, or, you know, I mean, these things don't last forever. Because this is a little bit more of a sheer foundation, you know, it's okay because my face is already showing through a little bit, so it's not going to be like, oh, I didn't see that acne before, now her face looks crazy. But no. So that's why I really like this. It's natural, yet it still shows my natural skin, and it's just kind of enhancing my natural beauty. And that's how makeup should be. So I'll see you later, guys. Thanks so much for watching.